Welcome back. In a bid to stop the frequent drowning of residents, young and old who are indigents of Osun State are appealing to the federal government to complete the long-abandoned Erinle River Bridge project in the area. Senior reporter Rafiu Ahmed has details.
We set out early from Osogbo, the Osun State capital, heading for Ilie in Olorunda local government area. Although the journey should take about an hour, it turned out to be quite stressful, mainly due to lack of a good access road. The only road leading to the area, a federal project, has been abandoned, with the contractor nowhere in sight and no clear explanation given. On arrival in Ilie, our first spot of call was the palace of Aliye of Ilie, where local chiefs and residents were already waiting. Led by the high chiefs, we were taken straight to the site of the abandoned Erinle River Bridge, a project that has become a major source of worry. Along the way, we passed by Ansaruddin Grammar School, the only secondary school in the community, which is clearly in need of attention, as well as the primary healthcare center built by late Governor Isiaka Adetunji Adeleke back in 1992. At the river bank, the Elende of Ekwende, Oba Adekunle Babatunde, had also gathered with his subjects, waiting for us. But they couldn't cross over because the river has effectively cut them off. To get across, residents rely on 3 small local boats that charge 200 naira per passenger without any life jackets.
It is the effort of the boat community Ilie, Ore, and Ekwende. We have put it in a rotation, so to assist our people. The rotation we did 5 days. Ore you will use 5 days. Ilie will use 5 days. But the same Ekwende now will use 5 days. We collect token something.
Determined to complete our assignment, we too boarded one of these boats to cross over. Thankfully, they let us ride for free. Though with some fear, my crew and I boarded a local boat to cross to the other side to see other members of the community who are anxiously waiting for us to complain about the abandonment of the bridge by the federal government, even though the journey took us less than 3 minutes in the boat. The people told us about their biggest worries: lives lost to boat accidents and large quantities of farm produce destroyed because of the incomplete bridge. To help reduce drownings, the community had even placed tree trunks in the river, hoping victims might grab onto them during emergencies.
Ẹ̀mí tó ṣòfò ló ń kà ó. Èyí táwọn èèyàn bá kanú ẹ̀mí tó ṣòfò, èyí tí wọ́n rí nu. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ èèyàn ń gun ọpọ́n ojú omi kéékèèké tí ń wá tó wà lódò yìí tó ṣe pé àárín òru ni ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ti dágbére fáyé kó dìgbà ó ṣe. Léè tí ń wá àwọn òbí àwọn míì ń wá wọn káàkiri ayé.
We learned the bridge project was first initiated under President Goodluck Jonathan's administration in 2009. It reportedly reached about 37% completion under former President Muhammadu Buhari, but has since been abandoned. Despite repeated appeals to the Federal Ministry of Works in Abuja, nothing has been done.
I went to Federal Ministry of Works in Abuja to know the progress. I was told that the contractor being awarded this project to was a MM and IMF Integrated Nigeria Limited, Engineer Adeoye. So, and ever since, they just abandoned the project. And I went there, they assured me that this year budget, definitely they will take into consideration for next year implementation.
Residents also lament economic impact, destroyed farm produce, rising poverty, and a once thriving local market now almost deserted.
As you can see, this particular river has been claiming the life of our people. As you can see, we use normal local canoe to cross the bridge. That canoe cannot carry some of our farm produce. So it go to a certain period that some of our farm produce used to waste along this river.
It is hard to believe this road once had asphalt. It used to link Ikirun to Ikwajala, Ikwende, Ore, Ilie, Iregba, Iresadu, Iresakwa, Ogbomoso in Oyo State, and even Ilorin in Kwara State.
I don't know why the government abandoned this project. It's causing a lot of damages, environmental challenges, economic stagnation, even risk and accessibility issue. We have been losing so many subjects here. Recently, not less than 11 people that died here as a result of flood and this thing, because we don't have option than to rely on this water transportation. We have been suffering for the past 25 years.
News of our visit brought people out of their farms and markets. They gathered to share their frustration over how Ilie Market, once one of the largest in the southwest, has now been reduced to almost nothing because of poor access. The river usually overflows into this area, especially when there is heavy downpour. From our findings, over 200 persons have drowned in the river, including a mathematics teacher from AUD Secondary School in Ilie. All the victims are said to have been buried along the riverbank. At the project site, the beams for which bridge were almost complete before work stopped. Now, weeds have taken over the construction yard and materials and equipment lie abandoned. Residents are calling for government's urgent intervention to revive the project and rescue their collapsing local economy.
The economic activities of our farmers are at lowest ebb. We don't have any to transport them. Cassava in the farm, cocoa, kola nut, everything is there. They are here.
On our way back, we again crossed the river by boat and returned to the palace of Alie of Ilie. The monarch told us the problem wasn't after Wala Dam was built in 1982 to supply water to Ede Waterworks, which caused the river level to rise.
To store 20 million cubic liters of water. When they couldn't get it, they had to blast the rock without carrying out the geological survey of that rock. Before you count 1, 2, 3, after blasting that rock, the water that gushed out of that rock was enormous.
We visited the office of the Federal Controller of Works in Osun State to speak about the project, but not available. However, the senator representing Osun Central Senatorial District, Olubi Fadeyi, said efforts are already being made on the project, calling on the people to be patient.
When I spoke to the Minister of Works, he said to me that I should put it to Mr. President, that we should put our request to Mr. President. Upon that one, there could be approval. So, but having said that, we are being sent to represent our people, we are being sent to put our effort together. So I'm going to, as we resume back to Senate, I think in the next 3 weeks, I'm going to take a motion in the floor of Senate on this particular road. And of course, it's very pathetic that we lost people in the River Blanc.
Despite years of frustration, the communities remain hopeful that the federal government will include the project in the 2027 budget and finally brings relief to thousands of residents. Rafiu Hamid, TVC News, Ilie, Osun State.